back from a row cycle class and it was actually really fun. I've done 2 row cycle classes so far here and they were both Taylor Swift themed. I don't know why that's so funny to me, but it was really good because today was the release day for her new album, so they did a row cycle class with a lot of the new songs, so that was really fun. And now I wanted to do a little bit of skincare because I'm very much in need of a little self-care reset weekend, so that's what I'm gonna attempt to do this weekend. So tonight is gonna be a cozy night at home. We're gonna try and make our home cozy. We don't really have a lot of decor so far, so we don't really have a lot to work with now, but I'm just gonna try and put on some cozy lights and maybe light a candle or something, and we're gonna make some dinner. I'm actually really excited to just have like a nice slow weekend. I want to do a lot of things that are good for me, which I usually tend to not do when I'm busy, such as reading and journaling and just taking it a bit more slow. I'm not very good at that. Might look like I'm good at that, but I'm definitely not. So we're just gonna go on a few coffee dates, try and get some journaling in and reading. I might start a new book actually. Yeah, I'm just really excited to do a little reset. I just got home and I did a little bit of shopping, so I want to show you what I got. First off, I went to the Hay store. I have been eyeing these barrel bowls and also the plates for like the longest time, and I finally got 2 of them. I got the bowls and I was really unsure which color to get. They had these sets of 2, so I texted Job and I was like, which color do you like more? And he also kind of really liked both of them, but then I realized that 2 separate ones were only €1 more than the set, so I ended up getting 1 of each color, and then we could just see which color we like better. So yeah, I got those. And then from H&M Home I got this flower pot. It's this dark brown color and I think this would look good on the shelf above our dining table. I genuinely think home decor shopping is one of the hardest things to do. Like, decorating your home is honestly so hard, and that honestly frustrates me because I want our house to be done, but it's nowhere near being finished because we literally have basically no decor yet. But now we have this, so we might go get a plant tomorrow or this week to go in there, and we have some plates which were definitely not necessary and are not decor. But I just want to decorate our home, but we don't know what we want. But I had this candle holder, I don't know if you can see it, but I wanted to get this from H&M Home, but they didn't have it in the store. But if you have any tips on decorating your home, please let me know. And yeah, I'm home now. I think I'm gonna get some editing done now because I don't want to just do nothing. I'm not very good at that, so I think I'm gonna edit because I'm a little bit behind on uploading videos, so I really want to upload tomorrow and I haven't really edited a single thing of that video. And I might meet a friend later for coffee, and yeah, other than that, no plans. I'm getting ready. I just curled my hair, but I always brush them out because I don't like my hair to be like too curly. But I'm getting ready because I really want to go on like a little solo date to do some journaling, and I also really want to get some coffee beans. So I'm gonna go to the cafe that I want to try the coffee beans from. I'm almost out of this moisturizer, which took me like over a year, so that's a good thing. But I want to go to this cafe that I want to really try the coffee beans from because I've got that recommended a lot of times. So I'm very curious if the beans are actually good. But honestly, today, I just want this day to be like comfortable. I don't know if that's like weird in any way, like if that sounds weird, but I don't know, I just want today to feel comfortable, if that makes any sense. I have a few things that I need to do, but I also just realized that I took it so slow this morning that I don't even have a lot of time left today because it's actually our anniversary today and we're going on a little dinner date to a restaurant that I've been wanting to go to for a really long time, so I'm very excited. But I think the reservation is at like 6:37. I actually need to check what time it is. Oh, 6:30. Okay, that's quite early and it's now already 12:45. Okay, I have less time than I thought I was gonna have, so I kind of need to hurry a little bit, which is not very comfortable. Ooh. I really love this Future Dew serum from Glossier, but it is so freaking annoying with putting it on because it just splashes everywhere. But as said, I'm going on a little coffee date to do some journaling and just read my book a little bit because I actually started this book the other day. I'm not very far yet, so I can't tell if I like it or not, but basically it's about a vegetarian. The title kind of explains itself. But so far it's very intriguing actually. So I'm very excited to continue reading this. And I'm gonna take my journal and then I'm gonna go back home. And I want to do a few things at home before we go for dinner. But I think the restaurant's quite far from our house, so we also need to leave early, so I'm having a bit less time than I thought I was gonna have, but I'm excited for this day. And recently I've noticed that I do a lot of well, this is not something that I recently noticed, but I doom scroll on my phone so much. Like, I'm a big scroller. Like, the past few months have been really busy and just very stressful, and I just noticed that I'm just literally on my phone basically all day. Like, I wake up, I just watch TikToks and I go on Instagram and things like that, and that's just something that I want to change. So I think what I'm gonna try and do at the cafe is not really go on my phone, because also when I'm alone I always go on my phone because I'm like, okay, I'm alone, I'm bored, I don't know what to do, so I'm just gonna go on my phone. But honestly, there's so much more to do than being on your phone, so I'm gonna try and not go on my phone as much today. Curious to see how that works out for me. This makeup might seem a little bit over the top for just a coffee date, but since I don't have much time, I don't really want to have to do like a lot more makeup tonight, and I do want to kind of look pretty tonight, so I think I'm just gonna add some eyeshadow and change my outfit, because right now I'm just wearing jeans and a very big sweater because, as said, I want to be comfortable. If there's something I don't like doing, it's my hair. Like, I literally hate doing my hair. I just don't have the patience for it. It always turns out worse than you think. Like, you might think right now it looks like curly and nice, but in like 10 minutes this will all be gone. Yeah, something I really want to work on like the upcoming few months is like taking time for yourself. Like this morning when I read my book with like these eye patches on, it was honestly super cozy and just very calming, and I feel like my nervous system really like needs that right now. So yeah, I'm gonna go grab my book, my journal, and we're gonna go get a coffee. point here a bit more cozy, and I got a nice warm coffee, and I wanted to just chat a little bit because in this video, as you can see, I'm reading, I'm trying to journal, I'm trying to do all of those things, and it feels like I'm kind of like an imposter because that literally has not been me the past few months. Like, I haven't touched a single book the past few months, or a journal for all that matters, because I was either just too stressed, too busy, just not wanting to do it. Because I feel like when I get overwhelmed, I feel like journaling could be very effective for me. Like, I feel like it could be a good thing, but when I get stressed, journaling is not something that I tend to do. Like, it's not something that I lean towards doing if I feel stressed. I do feel like it could help, but it's just not in my system. And when something is not in my system, I'm not really doing it, and that's why I'm trying to get more back into routine. And I'm like trying to do more, like reading and journaling and all those things, and like waking up early. It just all wasn't in my system recently, and I really want to get it back into it. That is one thing that I feel kind of weird about, because I don't like forcing doing it, but then also if I don't force it, I'm just not gonna do it. So that's like something I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do with that. But yesterday I quite liked it, actually. For example, yesterday I came home and I wanted to write something about how I was feeling the past few months, and I literally wrote like 3 sentences that I was like super stressed, having a hard time finding routine, and I just feel clueless about everything in my life. That's literally what I wrote down. That might be a little bit TMI for some of you, because some of you might literally not be interested in that. But that's what I wrote, and then I was like, do I even want to journal more? No. So I just stopped because I didn't want to force having to write about things when I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to write about things, because I'm not really like a writing person, but then I also feel like it could be effective. So I'm kind of in the middle, like that's how I feel about journaling. But on the other side, when I was in the cafe, I actually really liked it, because I kind of wanted to set some intentions for not just this month, but basically from now on, like the upcoming months. I will talk more about this in another video, because I'm trying to build more routines and habits and all that stuff. But I basically had a few prompts, like what I want to focus on this month, things I'm grateful for, things I'm letting go of. And then I did this other section with habits that I want to work on and habits I'm letting go of, because I feel like it would be nice for me to reflect on what I want. If I only focus on what I want, they just remain as like goals and like intentions instead of actually working on them. So I feel like for me, it's also really nice to focus, not focus, but like also reflect on things that are not going well, or kind of acknowledging why it's not working yet. I don't know if that makes any sense, but a few months ago, actually the start of this year, I think, I was doing really good at doing like monthly journal pages, and I really enjoyed those. I don't think I want to go too in depth about what I wrote down, but basically things that I want to focus on are mostly just like focusing on myself, and with that I mean like routines, habits, feelings, work, our house, and just, I don't know, I just really want this place to feel like home, and it kind of does feel like home already, but also not, because it's literally not decorated, and that's something that really frustrates me, but also something that I can't really force. But I feel like recently I'm just kind of trying to adapt to living in like a complete new city. Like, I've never lived anywhere else than in my hometown, and I love it here because I love Amsterdam. Like last night when we went out for dinner, we were actually talking about it on the way back. Like, we went to a restaurant and then we could just easily go home because we're living in a city now, and it's just all really different, and it's probably gonna take us quite some time to really adjust to all of the changes and everything, but so far it's been really good. Yeah, I feel like journaling is a really nice way to kind of acknowledge all of those things, and also kind of set intentions for things, because as I said, for the monthly journal pages, I really enjoyed doing those, and I feel like they kind of do work. For this month I didn't want to set like goals, because I would also set like monthly goals, and for right now I didn't really want to do that, because I feel like if I'm gonna set goals now, I'm gonna feel really pressured to be accomplishing those. So I didn't want to set like actual goals. They're more intentions, because then you can't really fail, because it's an intention and not something that you have to do. So for now I didn't want to do that, but I feel like it's a really nice way to kind of focus on things and like prioritize certain things. And for the reflecting part, I feel like gratitude is a really good thing to do. And also for me, I have actually never done this before, I feel like, but it's something that is probably really gonna work for me, is acknowledging things that are not going right, because I tend to be not negative, but I can get negative very quickly. Like, especially about myself and like things that I'm doing, I can jump into conclusions very quickly that things are not going well or that they're not going to work out and things like that. And with that, I really need to be like kinder to myself. It feels really weird to talk about this on YouTube because I'm usually not this personal on YouTube, I feel like. But I feel like kind of also reflecting on what is going wrong and then actually pinpointing what's going wrong so you don't jump to conclusions that it's you that's doing it wrong, because sometimes there's obviously a specific reason why things are going wrong, or you can see kind of a pattern. I'm trying to come up with an example. Okay, I think I got one. Sometimes when I'm not making a decision, things work out differently than what I had in mind or how I wanted things to work out, and then sometimes that can lead to me being like, oh, I should have done this differently, or oh, nothing is working out for me, blah blah blah. But if I just did not stress and did not panic instantly, I could have calmly chosen something differently or taken a step back, and then it would have turned out like completely different, possibly. I don't actually know if that's a good example, but I feel like looking at things like differently can maybe lead to like something else the next time, and I feel like that is something that could really help me, so maybe that's something that could work for you too. I don't know, I just thought I'd share my thoughts about this because honestly journaling is kind of like in the middle for me, because I feel like it is effective and it could help, but also sometimes I just don't like it because I don't want to pretend that I journal every day when I literally don't. Like, I haven't touched any of this for like 4 months straight, but right now I am picking it up, and this is going to be a slow process because I'm probably not going to be like fully back to reading and all my routines very quickly, but it's just going to be a very slow process. So with that, I'm going to put an end to this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye!